Hey, welcome back. Today this video is a little bit different. It's about an unconventional way to solve a common problem that a lot of young people have today. This is a mobile home that I've been spending way too much time at over the past about 3 months, I guess it is. I started the winter by getting into painting some Civil War figures for some gaming, but this opportunity came along, and starting mid to late December, I've been over here fixing this place up. It was pretty cheap. It was $10,000 for a mobile home in a really nice park with about a half-acre lot. I push moded. It's a pretty big lot. One of the issues that had to be overcome was incredibly shoddy repair work that had been done over the years on this place. A lot of mobile homes floors get soft, they warp, but the primary problems that I ran into were from repairs done previously. So you have to cut everything out, and the minute I spotted any mold, I would soak it down with the mold remediation spray from Lowe's, which is basically a concentrated bleach type stuff. And then I would wait and hit it again a couple days in a row before I would cut it out. That way I wasn't breathing in any spores, and of course I wore a dust mask. It's a nasty job. I'm not going to, act like it was easy and enjoyable. So once everything bad was cut out and new joists were supported, everything like that, I put in some insulation, put in some foam, sealed it up good, and just started putting some replacement wood down. What it looks like to me that caused all this was the central insulation that was installed. They just hacked a hole in the bottom. This corner smelled like animal urine against the wall, so because she has animals and didn't want them to be smelling that and then going over and try to mark that, I had to cut all that out. It was nasty smelling, but a little bit of spackling. I removed some of the strips on the wall and some of the built-in shelves and everything, and a little bit of paint, and it's serviceable. It actually starting to look pretty decent there. Everything's starting to smell like a new construction zone. We went around the living room looking for any soft spots and cutting them out, like making these little patches. These may have been areas of high traffic, and this spot was a spot where a pet messed up. So this is the laundry area right inside the back door. This is a piece of plywood that had been replaced. So this is an existing repair. And on top of this, they had a piece of Luan with some linoleum. Between those two surfaces, it was completely mildewed and molded. I had to take everything out. So this is just one of those curious repairs, and I'm thinking, how did this happen? When I was down there looking around, I noticed this huge piece of the ductwork for the heating had a hole in it, and a flap bent down. When I fixed it, this sink froze. So they were preventing the water pipes from heating by cutting a hole in the ductwork. But this was back in the rear, larger bedroom. The hot water heater may have leaked. I don't know. Once again, cut it all out, replace it all, do the mold remediation, the whole 9 yards. So it was a good bit of work. I think I used a total of 7 sheets of this stuff, and it's expensive stuff. It's $50, but it's really stiff. Super good flooring material. Here's the other problem. Now that the floor is fixed, let's look up at the ceiling. This is a huge area with no support, and it was sagging. So I put this steel post up here. This is a series of telescoping posts stacked inside one another. I bolted them together, and then I used these supports to put some, strength to where the walls were. And I went through there into the bathroom and got the supporting wall there too. Once everything was jacked up and leveled out, the ceiling no longer sagged. I was worried snow might have collapsed the thing, but now it's level, it's got a steel support, it's got structural support, it's good to go. Now then, it's time for the cosmetics. So we started in the guest bedroom, or the small bedroom in the end, paint, and it was time to start snapping together flooring. This flooring is kind of expensive. It's going to be the most costly part of the entire project, but this is why the whole thing about being chaotic and finding an alternative method. A fixer-upper in my area is $250,000, and you're going to pay at least $3,000 a year in school taxes on top of that. This is a mobile home. Now that the second bathroom, the guest bathroom, was kind of pink. She didn't like that, and I tore the floor out just to inspect it and fixed everything there. But this didn't require, the closing costs on this are none. You don't have a mortgage application. You don't have any of that stuff. You don't have to pay points. You don't have to worry about a mortgage rate. You just go pay for the thing, get a personal loan or whatever. So even if you don't have tools and stuff, you're better off buying tools. And just, if you don't have a truck, Lowe's will rent you a truck. But to me, it's an alternative system for getting a place to live very affordably. So we're covering up the beam with, basically these are 4x4 post hole covers for decking. Just cut the end of them off, put them up, covered the beam up really nice. We're just going to leave them white here. And then it was time to bring the flooring. It came out the hallway. You can see the guest bedroom in the back, the bathroom be on the left. Bring the flooring out and just start filling it up. And it's actually going to be a pretty nice place in about a week or two. I still have one bathroom to do. But the idea is that we're doing this for our youngest daughter because times have changed and it's very ridiculous to try to buy anything. And I think a lot of people are stuck at home and just, can't buy anything. But she's going to be able to live here for virtually nothing. So here in the next scene, you're going to see the laundry area. I sealed the crap out of that. I have multiple layers of sealant in there because I don't want anything to leak underneath there. And then you had to bring the flooring out from the laundry area and then match it up to the flooring coming up out of the kitchen. And when it coming together across this little wall, they had to match up so that you could then put the next row in and it would sort of fit. So that's about it. This is kind of what I did back in 1990 when I bought a house, a dilapidated house. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a young kid. And it really got me a start. And I sold it 3 years later for double my money. I still have this bathroom to do, but yeah, that's just an alternative to people that are stuck without whatever. So young people, don't give up. Times change, but you can figure something out. All right, thanks for watching.